You're exaggerating. It's just a wedding. That's what my mother said when I found out I wasn't invited to my own sister's wedding. Let me back up. My name's Ethan. I'm 33, an architect, living in Austin, Texas. 2 weeks ago, I found out my little sister, Emily, had erased me from her life, like I'd never even existed. And she did it in the most elegant and cruel way possible. A wedding. Without an invitation. Yes, Emily, my baby sister, the one I protected, defended, the one I sacrificed everything for. Friendships, relationships, vacations, even dreams. I was there when Mom screamed at her. When her first boyfriend broke up with her, she called HMA. At midnight, I was the one who showed up. She lived in my apartment for 2 years. Couldn't even afford the electricity bill. I covered it. I bought her first laptop. I paid for her entire master's degree. No questions asked. Emily, my own blood. And when she announced her wedding in Santa Barbara, California, I didn't get a single word. No text. No email. Nothing. And then, the sentence that still burns in my chest. We've only invited the people who are truly important to us. She posted it on Instagram, smiling, in her trial white dress, with soft music playing in the background. That fake sweet tone she always used to manipulate people. I saw the names. Distant cousins, high school friends, her old literature teacher, even a great aunt who lives in Brazil. Everyone, except me. Of course I asked Mom, even with shaking hands and a lump in my throat. She looked at me and said, "Oh, Ethan, don't make it bigger than it is. It's just a wedding." Just a wedding. As if I didn't know exactly what that meant. As if it didn't hurt. As if years of being her shield, her emotional crutch, her personal bank, meant nothing. That was the moment. Not the Instagram post. Not the family group chat. Not even Dad ignoring it all. No. It was Gerhard, looking me in the eyes, and saying, "It's just a wedding." That night, while everyone spammed the family chat with memes about the big day, I booked a trip. Miami. First class. Ocean View Resort Spa.D. Just for me. Before closing my suitcase, I posted a story. A glass of champagne. Feet in the pool. Sunset in the background. Caption. Sometimes family isn't where you were born. It's where you finally feel at peace. 20 minutes later. 8 missed calls. And that was only the beginning. Miami welcomed me with sunshine and silence. But not the kind of silence you get from being ignored at family dinners, where people talk over you, as if you're not there. No, Jews. This was peace. For the first time in years. I walked along the beach, swam, sipped white wine, and watched the sea swallow the sun. I turned off notifications, muted the family group chat, Emily's wedding, but the past has long arms, and family even longer. Day 3. I checked my phone. 48 messages, 11 missed calls. A new post from Emily. Caption. Counting down the days with the people who truly matter. There they were. Cousins, old classmates, even that same literature teacher. But not me. That same day, Mom texted again. "Sweetheart, don't take it like that. It's just a wedding. Don't be dramatic." Dramatic? What she meant was, you don't matter. You don't add prestige. You're not useful anymore. So I posted again. Me. Infinity pool. Champagne. Caption. Sometimes walking away is the only way to breathe again. New life, no filters. Day 5. Aunt Margaret called. The only one who ever showed a little warmth. "Ethan, sweetheart, what's going on? Your mother says you're creating a scene on social media. Emily is upset." Upset? Because I'm doing fine? Because I'm not crying like they expected? She's nervous, she said. It's her big moment. I replied, yeah, her moment to erase the people who no longer serve her. Day 6. Dad called. Same old tone. Diplomatic. Neutral. Cowardly. Ethan, don't take it personally. These things get complicated. You know how women get with weddings. Then why am I the only one not there? Even the neighbors got invited. That's what Emily decided, he said. You're an adult, son. Not everything revolves around you. Right. Until something needs to be paid for. Then came the final blow. A message from Mom Datre. Ethan, can you co-sign the loan for Emily's new apartment? We're just missing your bank documents. We already talked about this. They hadn't talked to me. They decided. As always. As if my salary was part of the family budget. As if my account was part of their inheritance. So there I was. Miami sunset. Glass of wine in hand. And I knew. Never again. I recorded a voice message to the family group chat. My voice was calm, but firm. I'm not signing anything. I'm not explaining anything. I'm no one's bank, no one's emotional lifeline, if this is normal to you. I wish you luck. But I'm done. Silence. Then, messages started rolling in. Emily. Mom died a wedding. Even her fiancé. All confused. Surprised. Concerned. But I was already gone. Further than ever before. And for the first time, I felt close to myself. The wedding day arrived. Saturday. I was having breakfast by the sea. Coffee. Toast. Zero stress. Meanwhile, in Santa Barbara, full-on event of the century mode. I opened Instagram. Of course I was curious. Emily. White dress. Bouquet. Walking in with Dad. Like they were so close. Friends shouting. The most beautiful bride. All of it. Perfect. Or so it seemed. Then my phone buzzed. Message from cousin Jake. Dude, did you see this? Linked to Twitter thread. Video. From the back of the church. Emily. At the altar. Holding her fiancé's arm. Music playing. People clapping. Then, he freezes. Literally stands still. Like something snapped in his brain. She whispers something. He doesn't even look at her. And then, he turns. Walks out. Just like that. In front of everyone. A woman screamed. Another cried. The groom's mother looked like she'd been punched. Emily, frozen. Eyes wide. The pastor stood there, helpless. Security tried to stop him. He shoved them aside and walked straight out. Chaos. Camera shaking. People running after him. Voices shouting. I watched the video 3 times. I thought, no way. This has to be a prank. A stunt. But no. 3 different angles. 3 different accounts. Confirmed. The wedding? Crashed and burned. Right at the altar. 150 guests watching. Aunt Susan texted, Ethan, please answer. Emily is a mess. We need you. Now I'm part of the family again? Now I'm useful. After being told I wasn't important, I left it unread. Then Mom. Please, Ethan. This has been a disaster. Your sister needs you. I didn't reply. Then a voice message. From Brandon, cousin Jessica's husband. Bro, you won't believe it. The groom found messages between Emily and her ex. Recent ones. Like 2 months ago. He got them printed. Threw them at her before the ceremony. Said something like, so this is what I'm marrying into? I'm done. And left. Mr. Behind. And I remembered. That night, 2 a.m. Emily crying. Because her ex left her. I picked her up. Made her soup. Let her sleep in my bed. I took the couch. 2 days later, she got back with him. No thanks. No nothing. So no. I wasn't surprised. and I didn't feel sorry. I felt gangry, because if things had gone well, they wouldn't have even remembered I existed. I spent the afternoon at the spa. Massage. Peace. Posted a pic. Me. Robe Nor. Turquoise ocean in the background. Caption. Less drama, more massages. #self-care #not available. I turned off my phone. No more Ethan to the rescue. No more Ethan, the emotional crutch. Back in Santa Barbara, everything was burning. And me? I slept. Like a king. First time in years. A week later, I went back to Austin. Not for family. Just to close things out. Empty the apartment. Sign some papers. That's it. I didn't open IA shingle messagey. Not one of the 80 unread WhatsApps. I saw a few from the lock screen. Emily is devastated. Mom won't stop crying. Don't be cruel. Cruel? After they erased me from their lives? After years of sacrifice? Now I'm the cruel one? Then yes. If that's what being cruel means, call me cruel. I went to the law office. Removed my parents from my accounts. Updated my will. Closed the shared bank card Mom always used. To help Emily. Later that day, Emily texted me. Ethan, the grocery card isn't working. Did something happen with the account? I replied, account closed. Nothing else. And then it happened. What always happens. When you set boundaries. Someone shows up. Mom.odd. 8 a.m. Doorbell. I opened it. Robe. Coffee in hand. There she was. That sad face she puts on when she wants sympathy. Ethan, are you really going to do this? We're family. I didn't answer. Just stared. Hard not to laugh. Because just a few months ago, she made me feel terrible for saying I was exhausted. I came to dinner. Told them I might need time off. That I felt unheard. That I was burning out. You know what she said? Oh, Ethan. Always with your drama. That sentence destroyed me. I smiled. Swallowed it. But that night, I knew. I could never be my real self in that house. Only useful. Strong. Available. Back at the door. She said, Emily's really bad, Ethan. She won't leave bed. She won't talk. That's not my problem, I said. It hurt to say, but it had to be said. She tried again. Your father's worried. I asked, where was he when you all decided I wasn't even worth a ICI in the church? Nothing. Silence. I'm tired, I said. Tired of holding everything together, of paying, of rescuing everyone. But we're your family. No, you used to be my family. Now you're just people who share my last name. I closed the door. Not dramatically. Just closed it. 2 weeks later, I left Austin. Moved to San Diego. New apartment. Small, but quiet. Remote work. Morning runs. Coffee. No noise. I didn't tell anyone. No goodbye dinner. No farewell text. I just left. Like they left me out of their wedding. And since then, I sleep better. No phone buzzing with, Ethan, can you? No explaining how I spend my money. No pretending I'm okay to avoid being dramatic. I live in peace. Without guilt. Without them. 6 months passed. No emergencies. No begging for help. No swallowing pain in silence. Peace. The first message came after 3 weeks. Emily, I know I have no right, but I'm sorry. I read it. Didn't respond. 2 hours later. I made a lot of mistakes. I needed you. That day. And after. But you were cruel too. I laughed. Hamne. Jumtrain. Cruel? After everything? No, too. I wasn't cruel. I was finally free. Then came an email from Mom. Son, we all make mistakes. What matters is forgiveness. Family is all we have. No, no. What we have are choices, and I made mine. A month later, I saw them, by accident. San Diego. Cafe Terrace. Mom.K. Dad. Emily. They saw me. Emily looked down. Dad waved awkwardly. Mom walked up. Ethan, are you not going to say hello? I'm busy. You're not even going to talk to your sister? Did she talk to me before cutting me out? Silence. What do you want me to say, Mom? That I'm happy to see you? She said, I just want us to be a family again. And I said, I already have a family. People who respect me, who see me. You had your chance. You lost it. Now? Emily lives with a friend. The mortgage fell through because I didn't co-sign. She's working a temp job, on meds for anxiety. Do I feel sorry for her? A little. But that doesn't give me back years. Mom tells everyone I'm going through a phase. Sold her car. Canceled her gym. No more beauty salon. The faucet is off. Dad? Still silent. Still a ghost. Cousins. Some messaged privately. I understand you, but I don't want drama with your mom. Same old story. Plenty understand you in private. Very few say it out loud. And me. I'm okay. Actually, I'm free. Small studio. Quiet life. Clients who respect me. I laugh more. I sleep better. I breathing. Nobody calls me dramatic. Nobody uses guilt. Nobody makes me beg for love. Today? It's been exactly 6 months since the wedding. I haven't seen them. And honestly, I don't miss them. People ask, do you feel guilty for cutting ties with your family? And I say, no. I feel free. I finally feel like myself. They used to call me selfish, but they never realized what someone looks like when they finally start living for themselves. Thank you for reading. And if you're reading this while wondering whether to cut ties with what's breaking you, do it. Don't hesitate. Because peace has no price. And living for others is not really living.